things. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Southern California. Welcome to KHTS AM 1220. 15 years of doing radio. My favorite shows were always comedians. I had Jonathan Winters on many times. Today, his name is Mark Eddy, and he's big time. And we're talking. I mean, you're opening at the
What
MGM.
a tough act to follow. You come with Jonathan Winters, the big JW.
I don't think he ever worked the MGM Grand like you.
I'm sure he.
I can't.
I'm sure he worked everywhere.
The fact when I found out that you worked the MGM Grand, I was blown away. I mean, to me, that's like the top of the heap.
It's a gig. It's a gig, man.
Yeah. Now you're on live radio. So
this is live via satellite.
Watch your language.
I will. Yes. No delay button. Right.
And then who's sitting to your left?
This is my beautiful and gorgeous, amazing, sweet, generous, happy-go-lucky, intelligent, above all, talented in many, many, many ways.
Watch out. I'm going to fall off the pedestal in a minute.
Listen to that
wait
voice.
a minute.
Listen to that voice.
This is my wife, Cindy Lazinski. She is a beautiful, amazing girl.
And let's not plug the fact that she's one of the top realtors in Southern California. I don't want to plug that.
We won't plug the fact that she's a top producer.
Well, thank you all.
I do want to
Zillow National Board. She's amazing. Just a wonderful girl.
You know, it's amazing how the fact that she's so successful and so shy, just to get her to talk is going to be amazing.
Right.
Our show brought to you by Creative Defense. So for like $1,000, they put cameras up in your home, and you can watch it on your cell phone. You can watch your home on your cell phone. Creative Defense. I'm going to try to get the guy on the show. 661. If you need security, 661 area code 803-7448. 7448. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to get cameras. I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to have him come out. He won't give me a break. Yeah, he's not going to give me a break.
A lot of my clients that are buying homes, even though we live in one of the safest areas of Los Angeles County, it still is something that a lot of people feel a lot better about having on their homes.
It's true. You know, I grew up. It's amazing. I was thinking about our interview today. I grew up in Thousand Oaks, which is always like the number 2 safest community in the United States. And Santa Clarita just reminds me so much of Thousand Oaks. I mean, we'll talk about real estate, but we'll talk about rising price. People want to live here.
People want to live here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But we're not talking about you right now. I want to talk about you.
Very desirable.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about me. Talk about my husband,
Mark Eddy. Mark Eddy. So let's start with what's your next gig?
My next gig, I'm going to be next week, later this week, actually, at the Oaks Theater in
Thousand Oaks.
No, actually, this is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Oakmont, Pennsylvania, at the. But that's my next gig. But you would mean maybe my next Los Angeles West Coast gig.
No, let's talk about Pittsburgh because I like Pittsburgh. So do they pay for your airfare?
Yes.
Okay, and then how? So I'm curious.
We don't do this for free, Coach.
I know. I'm curious about your life because as a young person, I took acting classes. I thought I could be a comedian, but it turns out that when I got up, I can do radio. I'm fine.
We're not saying you'd be a good comedian, but you can be a comedian.
Give us. Let's go back in history. So where'd you go to high school?
I went to Catholic Central High School in
Oregon.
Steubenville, Ohio.
No, there's a Catholic Central.
There's a lot of Catholic Central, I'm sure. But
Steubenville?
Yes, this was Steubenville Catholic. I should have said Steubenville first. It's a home of Dean Martin, Jimmy the Greek, Tracy Lords. We're famous for a lot of infamous people.
I had an office in Cleveland. I know.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Cleveland,
I love Ohio. I love Ohio.
My wife, Cindy and I went to Youngstown State University.
I've been to Youngstown.
Yes.
Oh
Jim Tressel was coach when we were there.
I've been there, and you have to. Never mind.
Yeah,
kind of interesting.
Less said about Youngstown, the better.
It's a great place to pass through.
Oh, there's the coach. We got to get the coach.
It's a great place to be.
From, never mind. I love Ohio. Okay, so next question is: you graduated college.
Yes.
At what point do you decide this is what you want to do? Or were you a plumber? Did you start off as a plumber? You look like a plumber.
No, I never had a real job.
You look like an attorney.
No, never had a real job ever.
You look like
I do look like a plumber.
No, you look like a ball player, actually.
Thank you. Wow, that's a compliment.
My dear friend is coming in also when he gets on a microphone.
Coach Herrick.
Coach Greg Herrick. I mean, you talk about one of the most famous people here.
Gregory on his business card. Did you know that?
It does say Gregory?
It says Gregory Herrick.
We'll get his microphone live here in a second. I also, so you just got off an airplane too.
Oh.
Yes, I did, actually.
I got to give a plug.
I sat behind Mark.
I needed a mover because I moved one office to another.
Yes,
You introduced me to Valencia Movers.
Yes.
Not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or Thursday, getting a gift card from me. They did awesome. Valencia Movers, unbelievable. I would never use anybody else but them. Bob Green.
Local people.
Local. Yeah, but they were.
Just
I'm
like
the
the
common
local-
denominator of all of this because as a realtor, Valencia Movers have moved many of my clients, and I would concur with you that they do
all
a
connected.
great job. We are all connected.
Coach,
Including
all-
your number one
it's all
client,
connected.
actually.
So we're doing this. Not about you, Coach Herrick.
I know.
This is about marketing
Had my day
today.
in the sun.
But so both of these guys are from Ohio.
Yes, they are.
So you met in college?
At Youngstown State University.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
They're good.
They
Some
have a
good things
tremendous
happen in
story, by
Youngstown.
the way.
We have
Two of them.
we actually coordinated the dating game. I was the host of the show, and Mark was. I would say, Mark, tell them what they want.
You just want a new car.
It was
that was my
actually
first job.
a trip to a restaurant in a limo.
And I got to introduce you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome the host of our show, Cindy.
Yasher. It was Yasher back then. That was
I'm surprised you still remember. We've
I
been
do.
married for so long.
And from a veteran of the
dating
dating
game.
game television show,
I was on it too.
they're very accurate.
I
aren't
was
they?
on the dating game. I'm a
Well,
lot
they would have
older.
let anybody on the show
they
back then. Jeez,
Come on, Mark.
I should have been on that.
Don't downgrade my television experience.
We're a couple of handsome guys, especially when
cannot-
we were younger.
Yeah, you're
wanna
an
see the
attractive-
tape.
You're an attractive man, Coach.
Thank you.
You are. And I want to see a tape of you guys on the dating game. That would have been so cool.
I did
because
not
they-
win. Ain't gonna lie to you. I was seat one, and she says, I want to hear your Santa Claus. So I went, ho ho ho,
See, you weren't creative.
and I failed my ho 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 thing. She picked seat two, and thank God, because
They
when
always
I went,
pick C2.
I was C2, and I won.
right, I didn't. So I walked up, and you always give them a little peck on the cheek, right?
Yeah.
And she had so much. She had a inch of makeup over her pimples. I literally said to myself, "Thank God I didn't win. Thank God I didn't
Do you
win."
want a putty knife with
Yeah,
that?
literally. All right, back to you, Mark Eddy, our very special guest today with Craig Herrick and Cindy. Who's Linda?
Cindy.
Cindy Lazinski.
Coach, you have
How long
you
have I
been
known
drinking
you?
today?
He's having a low blood sugar.
Tea.
He didn't get his right coffee
Okay.
this
It's
morning.
organic tea.
Tea. So Youngstown State. I'm trying to find
Youngstown
out
State.
when you decided to become
The
a
comedy
comedian.
thing, it was interesting. It was kind of an evolution. It really was. I was a professional musician first.
Me too. I was a
did
drummer.
go, yes. See, so we.
What
have-
were you?
I was a guitarist.
Let's put it.
And
Let's
singer.
put the band back together.
We could do it.
Craig could do.
Come
Greg,
on.
Greg could do the tambourine.
We could do like the Blues
could
Brother. It'd
sing.
be like,
I could sing.
we gotta
Really?
have a tank of gas. We got.
And the air saxophone.
Really? Well, this is a band.
See that?
This
Air
is a garage
saxophone.
The
band.
old fogey stogies, we could call it.
I will be the booking agent.
Got it. We're done.
Deal book us.
Okay, so you're a professional musician.
So professional musician, I toured, all over the place with bands. I toured Jackson Brown, Melissa Etheridge,
Oh, my
toured the Wet
goodness.
Sprocket. I was playing with everybody, literally, and then myself. I had my own band and solo, and then I broke off away from that a little bit and started doing college coffee house circuit with my guitar and singing songs and
Long
telling
hair?
stories.
Long hair?
I had hair back then, yes, and then slowly I evolved into more of a storyteller, musician, which the stories became more and more humorous and comedy-driven, you might say. Started to throw in some impressions, musical observations, and the next thing you know, there was this crossover where I was then headlining comedy clubs and being played on the radio as a comedian, and that's literally how it happened. Almost not overnight, but it was like a 10 years overnight kind of thing.
So, after all these years, do you still have you're a little older than 40, but not as old as
Oh yeah,
Coach Herrick.
I've reached the half-century mark. Yes,
Oh
I
my
have.
God! Congratulations.
I've had a wonderful career. It's been wonderful, and it
and you
continues
still
to be wonderful.
and you still like it.
And I still love it.
And I still
Ask
think
Coach.
he's funny,
He is funny.
right?
Coach saw me in my element.
You should have seen the energy in this man last night.
You Coach, you get applause because you've had tremendous winning seasons here.
I've had more
College
success
Station.
than I deserve.
Yeah, so you get applause. Cindy, you and I are business people. Do we get applause? No.
Very rarely.
Whoever.
You get good yelps. That's what
You know,
get.
I am blessed that I do get applause through my reviews online. So
Yes.
I take that as a silent applause, but it's, yelling out to other people that Cindy is a good realtor to utilize.
Yeah.
So I'll look at my reviews online as an applause. I thank you for helping me realize that.
Yeah. It is kind of like, well, nowadays, this is the millennium where,
But it's not the same. I mean,
But it's not the same as,
Wow, he's
it's
getting.
not like live applause.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, Coach is getting the clapping and the yelling. And
I'm going to put
I thought you were gonna say
the
the Coke
opposite
gets-
I get too,
I'm going to put bleachers in my office and just have people
Why-
come in and sit in them for
You know
me.
what we should do? Come over to my studio and we'll do a green. I have a green screen.
Okay.
And we'll hire some extras.
Like
Okay.
a virtual pep rally.
Yeah.
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 I love it.
Look what no politics day, but look what Donald Trump's doing, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, back to you, Marquetti,
Yes.
my very special guest, and your
Yes.
beautiful wife, Cindy Lazinski.
She is lovely.
I'm not supposed to say beautiful anymore on the air.
Oh, no.
No.
Lovely?
It's not politically correct to
Really?
identify. No,
Really?
I've been chastised. I've been yelled at and screamed at to describe somebody's physical experience.
Oh, no.
Well,
I'm 6'4" and handsome. That's the only thing I can say. I can say that about myself. Coach
she's
Herrick,
pleasant.
not so much.
we'll just call her pleasant.
You're
and-
pleasant.
I'm pleasant.
Isn't that
Pleasant.
something that the political correctness has got to a point where you
Yes,
cannot
it's
even
gotten
compliment?
interesting.
No, I can't. I cannot compliment her. And if and if the owners are listening to the show, I'm going to get written up. And
No,
I'm
don't
on my
write
last
him up.
leg anyway. I'm
We're
almost out the
talking.
door.
This is good radio, man.
This is good.
I'm almost out the
radio.
door for
No.
complimenting people. Yeah. There's
like
nothing about you I
backwards, right?
can compliment. Let me hear the boys
not
and girls.
yet.
Let me hear the boys and
You
girls.
haven't
Let me-
seen my
let me-
show
let me hear
yet.
the
You gotta
boys.
see my show.
Let me hear the
You've
voices.
seen his show. You would.
You would have to
When do you
compliment.
come to Vegas?
You know-
I'm coming. Seriously.
Okay.
When,
I'll
when
be
are you going to
there
Vegas?
May 30th through
I'm going
June
to.
5th.
May
Well,
30th through June 5th.
Okay, that's not
I'll be
gonna work. I'm
headlining,
going to-
the MGM.
I'm going to Hawaii for 10 days.
Ah.
June 4th.
Well, there you have it.
Well,
you
there
can
you
go
go.
the week before. And about
fly from
about
Vegas to-
compliments. One of the compliments that Mark gets after his shows, many men come up to me afterwards, and they're like, "You know what? I really like your husband." And I'm like,
How much will you take
should
for
I
him?
Cindy,
be
family show.
concerned?
Family,
Should I be
it's a fa-
concerned?
It's a family
So he
show.
gets
Attractive
compliments
man.
from everybody because he is so amazing on stage, so hilariously
Can't-
funny.
you gotta be careful.
That
You can't
even
compliment me
after
too much.
30 years of being together,
It's awesome that you guys
Yeah.
really still love each other. I mean,
we do.
It's,
each
You know
other.
what? I say it's more important to like the person you're
is.
with than love the one
I
you're
wish
with.
my wife was listening. I say this all. I don't know what love is. I love my dog. I don't have a
Yeah.
dog, but if I had a dog, I would love it. I love this guy,
Yeah.
Coach Herrick. I really do.
There's
a-
lots of
but
members of
you've
your
gotta
family
like-
that you love.
you've gotta
but-
Why
like-
don't
find
we
the
run
like.
Herrick for city council? Have you ever thought about politics?
Oh my gosh.
I've got too many skeletons in the closet.
Uh-oh.
If Donald Trump can run the country, you can run the city.
I could, but I
No.
choose
All right,
not
back
to.
to Marquetti. The
Mark
show is
Eddy's
called The
the man.
Business Life. You're listening to KHTS
We
AM
can talk about my
1220.
business.
Let's talk about your business.
Yeah,
So
it is a
your
business.
is making people laugh,
My
taking
business
people
model-
out of their dreary, everyday boredom life.
Yes.
And for an hour, you're on for an hour.
Make them smile. Normally,
So do
maybe
you have
an
like
hour-ish.
a classic opening? Like I was with Coach Tunick the other day on radio, and
There's a couple of opening lines that I
give me
switched
something.
things
Give
up
us
the
something.
other night
Come
a little
on,
bit.
give us something.
Oh gosh, man, it's so tough because my act relies on a lot of the music and the moment, and you.
Well,
have
we
to
got
kinda be
music. We
there,
can
and
play music. We
so
got all kinds of
when you
music.
show up, yeah, it's one of those things where
When we come back from
you're
break,
playing off them. I can go get my guitar and do a little.
you
bit.
want to? Well,
I can do that.
we're gonna take a break here.
Okay.
Yeah, get your guitar.
I'll go get it.
That would be fabulous.
While you're getting your guitar, let me talk to your pleasant wife. Let me say pleasant, Cindy Lazinski.
Very pleasant.
Very pleasant. So, Cindy, real estate. Everybody wants to move to Santa Clarita. Is there enough houses right now? Where's the demand? Where is it a buyer? You're going to get your guitar. Go. Is it a buyer's market, seller's market? What kind of market? I don't even know what I'm asking.
We have actually shifted into a major seller's market. The inventory continues to be low, and we still have a lot of people that want to move to the Santa Clarita Valley. With the inventory being low, one of the things that is helping with that is that we have several new home developments that are in and around Santa Clarita, mainly more towards where everybody's familiar with the Tesora community. There's West Hills, West Creek community. Five Knolls is a newer development that's has 6 different home builders, and KB Homes is also building new homes.
Kaufman and Broad, is that KB?
Yes.
And we have price range for everybody, which is great, right? We have condos, single family, estate neighborhoods. There's a mixture of everything.
There is a mixture of everything, but the challenge is that the values have really pushed up again. So the entry level price, it's hard to get into anything under $300,000, where in other parts of the country, $300,000 is their average price, where with us, you're based on, getting in at an average price point of $500,000.
Well, I mean, it's a very expensive state. I beg my kids to get out of here. Only one of them went to Oregon. I mean,
right.
In Oregon, we helped John buy a house, 2,000 square feet. How much do you think?
In Oregon,
200,000.
200,000.
Brand new house.
Yes.
Brand new house.
And that same house here, brand new, probably would be at least 400,000.
At least, right.
At least. Yes.
So, if anybody's curious, your name is Cindy Lazinski. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, you are.
How do people reach you? How do people find you?
They can call me at 661-51. See, somebody's calling me right now.
I've never seen anybody as busy as you. Nobody ever
right on cue.
Nobody ever
Right
writes.
on cue.
Nobody ever
Sorry,
writes
I
down the
didn't
number.
mean
But if
to-
somebody wants to sell, you know what I like about you is you're honest, straightforward, and you actually sell homes. I mean, if somebody
Yes.
lists with you, boom, the house
Boom.
is sold.
We work on getting that sold. I specialize in listing as well as working with buyers. So I have an excellent marketing plan to assist in getting the home sold for the best price.
Now, staging. What is staging? So if I was going to sell my house, would you come in and stage? Do I leave the furniture? You don't want to sell an empty house with no furniture,
Yeah,
right?
typically you want to have it furnished. So what we do is go in and give advice on how to set up the home with your existing furniture. Sometimes we recommend that you remove some furniture. If the property is vacant, we at times recommend that you do have it professionally staged, where we hire a staging company to come in and guide and
Could
provide
Coach
you with
Herrick and I
items.
do that? Could we start a staging company?
Absolutely.
Coach, let's do it. I mean, so we get Valencia movers to move in the furniture, and then what do? We just say, put the picture
Put it
here.
here, put it here. Well, you do need a storage unit because you're going to have all the things to bring into the vacant home.
Coach and I are looking for something to do. All right, our show brought to you by Creative Defense. They put 4 cameras. I mean, for like $1,000, you've got security, and you can see your home on your camera. And they can put the cameras anywhere. So if you've got a daycare center at your house, or you've got a babysitter watching your kid, what a great way during the day to be able to observe what's going on in your home.
Absolutely.
Creative Defense, 661. Do you think anybody, Justin, ever takes the phone number down? That's my producer. 661-803. Well, here's his number, 803-7448. We're going to come back in a minute. And Mark Eddy, maybe the most famous, well, not the most famous person I've ever had on. I've had on, Mark Winters, comedian. I'm trying to think all the comedians I've had on.
Jeez.
There's the guitar. Coach, 30 seconds. You just got back from Fred Biletnikoff. How do you say it?
Fred Biletnikoff.
Biletnikoff. Who was the most famous person there?
Oh, they're all. They're
Unbelievable.
my childhood
Hall
idols.
of Fame.
All of them.
And you didn't even play golf. We got to talk about the tournament before our show's over.
We were walking around and somebody asked me to get him a beer, so I said, next year I'm going to play in the tournament.
Somebody said, get a beer.
I said, garçon,
Yeah,
garçon.
they thought I worked there, you know.
Oh, my God. All right, we're going to come right back, and you're going to be entertained. I'm not charging you anything. It's free to listen to the show. It's KHTS AM 1220 here in Southern California. I'm the coach, and the show is called The Business Life. My wonderful producer. We're going to come right back. You're going to be entertained, so don't go anywhere.